Hi Virgo, how you doing? Welcome back to the new moon in Aquarius messages. Last night I finished with slow. Had to go take a nap. Like I slept, and now we're back. So I'm going to finish for Virgo to Capricorn, right? So let's settle in, dear Virgos. What's this new moon in Aquarius message for you? How you feeling? Okay, let's jump right in. I'm trying to look at this camera, but like my eyes need to be on the cards. Alright, let's jump in. Yeah, Virgo. That's your new moon message. Funny enough, see. Okay, so first card out of the deck, you're taking a trip. You're taking a trip. You're taking a trip. You're taking a trip. And well, like okay, so the reason I'm laughing is before I started pulling, right? This was the card at the bottom of the like spirit is waiting for you, like, madam, get yourself together and come and finish these messages for the people. Okay. This was the card at the bottom of the deck, and then I shuffled and boom, it jumped out. So my dear Virgos, you're taking a trip, okay? You're taking a trip. You're taking a trip for work. It also feels like you're taking like a new direction. You're taking a step in a new direction. This is a direction in which it may seem like those sharing counsel with you, or those like you discuss or kind of like table your matter with, those you ask for advice and stuff, or people you might share like some emotions with, but someone or some persons who you usually go to for advice and counseling and guidance, it feels like you are going in a direction that is different from where they are saying you should be going to, right? So you can see he's looking back, right? And he's taking a trip. You're taking a trip, definitely. There's no turning back. But now, what you're trying to clarify, your current mindset is almost like you have two ways. Should I go? You know, you're taking a trip. You know, things can't stay as they are, but you're just not sure. You're not clear of the direction in which to go. One way is very clear to you, like your mind is telling you, your intuition is telling you. It almost feels like you have tickets to the two destinations, but you have to be the one to make the choice and decision that says, okay, this is where I want to go, not this is where people are expecting me to go, others are expecting me to go, or this is where like my mentors, I keep hearing the word mentors. This is the direction in which my mentors are thinking I should go. This is the direction in which my loved ones are thinking I should go. But this is the direction in which I want to go, because deep down, this is the direction I'm being called to follow. Okay, so let's get some more clarity on that. What can help you to clarify this direction? Because the truth is, you're going on that trip anyways, and the train is about to leave the station, so your time to make the decision is running out. See, again, a card comes out to show that you're taking this trip. You're taking this trip for work, and it almost feels like, no, it almost feels like you're going to have to like leave behind. You're going to have to leave behind like some things you've been working on, like some of your load, some of your stuff, some of your possessions, some assets and resources that can't go on this trip with you, because yeah, you can see like the ladies, right? They've birthed these dudes are waiting for them on the platform. But that boat is too tiny to take any extraneous baggage. So spirit is saying what is not going to serve you, don't try to carry it along. Like you have to kind of travel light. It feels like you have to close your mind and cut your losses, literally. That's how it feels. Cut your losses, cut your losses. And part of these losses would like almost be like a conflict or disagreement, or like almost like a disappointment, literally some disharmony that you have to kind of find a way to resolve. um you have to find a way to resolve it. This conflict is happening amongst your loved ones. So yes, so for this trip, the direction you're going in, it's really your loved one saying, okay, I feel you should go this way, right? Or someone really close to you. When I say loved one, it doesn't have to be a lover, but someone you take advice from, someone you listen to. Okay, because spirit is saying your work is not yet done. You are supposed to keep working, like your work is not yet done. You're supposed to keep at it. Continue, continue, continue. Oh, oh, I see. Okay, so it's clear now. Okay, so you are taking a trip, definitely. You're taking this trip, you're going to a new direction. And the people you're dealing with that don't want you to take this trip, they feel like you've not yet completed the work you're doing. You signed a contract, right? You signed a contract, you've not completed the work. This has led to some disagreements, but spirit is saying you need to move, right? You need to move to that new city and you need to travel light. So I really see you cutting your losses, almost like you would have to like leave some things behind because you can't move forward with it. And like physical assets, physical resources, but also emotional ones. Almost feels like there are some relationships you just have to let die. Not let them die as such, but almost like you just have to snip it, right? Because this conflict is happening. You shouldn't try to worsen it, but you should also not let it overpower you. Try to find a way to bring it to a peaceful resolve. But if it doesn't, if you are not able to get it to a peaceful resolve, then you have to still move forward nonetheless. Okay. And so they're telling you, okay, you're working, you're working, you're working, what you're working on has not been completed. Yes. So it hasn't reached a completion stage, but you have to move. So that's what's causing the conflict. Okay. That's what's causing the conflict right now. Okay. Okay. Also, for some of you, this contract is around for some of you, the contract is around work and you not completing like the project you agreed to work on, and that leading to a disagreement with your work family or like your colleagues or like your company or something. Then for some other ones, this contract is more intimate. It feels like some of you might be separating from your partners. It feels like I'm getting like some of you might be having to separate from your partners because you're not seeing eye to eye on certain issues, especially around your children. Almost like there's work to be done with your kids. There's plenty of work to be done, but you're not seeing eye to eye. So that's what's forcing you to go in a new direction. But this new direction you're going into, for those that this is for work, for those that this is for work, what spirit is showing is that this new direction you're going to is going to require a lot of work at first. Like it's going to require you to just focus on doing the work you're being called to do. Don't look at There'll be money. See, there'll be money, but don't focus on the money. Like, focus on the integrity of your work. Focus on doing like a solid job, almost like, like a goldsmith who has been hired by the king to make like a golden statue in the center of the town, like at the town square. He already has the assurance that the king is going to pay. He has the assurance that at the end, everybody's going to be looking at the gold statue and be saying, who built this, who created this, who did this, who did this. Visitors to the town will always want to come to his workshop to find him. They'll always want to buy his designs, right? So he knows all of that. So he doesn't put his attention on, oh, okay, so how much is the king really going to pay me? And when is he going to pay me my money? So in this context, the king is source. Source is going to bless you. Your purse is going to be overflowing with blessings. But source is saying, don't look at the money. I want you to focus on the work you're doing. Focus on the work you need to do. Focus on this work you need to do, because there's a lot of work waiting for you. And for those that this is primarily work, I'm seeing that part of that work is also partnership. So some of you are living old partnerships, but you're now seeing yourself in a different way, and you're able to build new partnerships. There's someone in here coming in for you, offering you love. This is the Queen of Hearts. Okay, she's offering you love. She's showing like, oh, take this love from me. So that's happening. You're going to be signing a contract. So some of you, marriages, partnerships, civilian partnerships, you're going to be having kids, and both of you will be working together on a project that is going to lead you to what you want. Although it's going to take some time, and spirit is saying you need to trust. Like, see, both of them are looking at the same thing. They are both waiting for you to come in. But so this is not just you, this is you taking the journey by yourself. But where you're heading to, there's a lot of work to be done. Like, there's a lot of work to be done. Okay, and it's really about planting seeds, because you're going to be required to like plant a lot of seeds. And okay, so when we plant our seeds, most of the work, it's actually in that period of germination, when the seed has to like sprout, grow roots, let the roots deepen into the earth, let it start absorbing the nutrients, the water, the food it needs. And then once it's stable, once the roots are deeply embedded in, maybe not deeply, but once the roots are depending on the crop, but once the roots are stabilized in the ground, then it's able to build upwards. But the first thing is always downward growth. So it's the same thing that happens with creating businesses, creating products, building companies. You have to do the inner growth first. Like, so sometimes people will be like, oh, there's this statistic, like 80% of companies usually fold up after the first year, because what they are focused on at that point is, oh, where's the profit, where's the profit, where's the profit. But as long lasting as industry leaders, like companies that lead their industry, different industries that have been here for a while, right? What they will tell you, what thing that is synonymous to all of them, is they had to take the time to build deep. They had to build their roots deep so that it could then sustain the momentum of growth. And as they kept growing and expanding, they also had to keep on fortifying that foundation. So spirit is saying to you, like, you're definitely taking a trip quite alright, and is leading you in a new destination. This new destination is going to get you to do like a lot of building, a lot of planting of seeds, a lot of initiations, a lot of foundations, right? But it's not like you're going to just plant your seeds and be waiting hopelessly. No, like the king, source, your assets, your resources, your blessings are already sure. Even if we look at it like Can you see the flowers are blooming? It's not like the seed is just down there. So everything, source is just saying these seeds you are going to plant, they are going to bloom. But surely, surely, surely you can't do it alone. So my dear Virgos, if you're still single or if you're in unaligned relationships, expect the unaligned relationships to end. Aquarius season, and the Aquarius season is, first of all, we have this first 1 month, then we have the two like 6 months, which is when we have the Aquarius full moon. So over the next 6 months, expect to like have a strong connection with this person you're supposed to build with, this partner of yours. You know this person because of the love, the way they love you, the way they care about you, the way they are kind towards you, the way they are very warm, very compassionate, very embracing. In their presence, you don't have to think twice about it. You can feel the love overflowing because they are pouring it to you um without restrictions, right? So spirit is saying, so Virgos, expect to get hooked up, expect to get like into partnerships, because the seeds you are planting, you're not the only one who is going to work on them. This it's going to take, we usually say it takes two. If two people are connected and aligned, what they're able to do is a lot more than what one single person can do. So you as your own individual self, what you can do when you're focused and aligned, in alignment with your soul, you are able to manifest. But you can manifest fast, but what you'll be able to do will be different from two souls coming together, focusing on the same thing. The rate of manifestation is faster because the energy is multiplied, right? Their intentions are stronger because the energy is doubled, right? So that's what spirit is saying. Both of you would need to work together to plant this seeds and start this new growth. And both of you need to trust that your blessings will come in at just the right time. But this partner, you would know because this person end up giving birth to your kids. So congratulations in advance. And then a very important thing, is very essential that before you sign any agreement or any marriage contract or partnership deal, make sure that you are approaching it from the right sense of self. Like, you know yourself, you know what you're bringing to the table, so that you're not at any point under any misconception, right? um but really, for you, my dear Virgos, this this Aquarius season is just really, really emotions, 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 emotions. You have emotions, 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 emotions. The Queen of Cups is here. Okay, so your values, focus on resilience, focus on fairness, focus on diplomacy, focus on harmony. Those are all going to be very, very essential for you, okay, in Aquarius season. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What is Uranus in Taurus? Uranus went direct in Taurus. If a Virgo rising, that should be what? Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus. That should be your ninth house. So if you're a Virgo rising, Uranus has gone direct in Taurus, and that would have stimulated some new growth around your learning, around your studies, around your exchange of like seeking higher learning, expanding your mind, your spiritual awareness, your psychological development. Okay, your optimism should have also gotten a boost. So let's see. What is Uranus in Taurus revealing for you? So the message for Uranus being direct in Taurus is for you to become flexible. Learn to bend when the pushing forces are strong. Don't try to stay. I mentioned resilience previously. Don't try to stay stiff and brittle and rigid and no, I'm not changing. And you know, you Virgos, you can be quite stuck in your ways. Almost like this is the way I've always been. I can't do anything different. And Spirit is like, and the funny thing is, Uranus, when Uranus brings you changes and you try to restrict or try to not be open to those changes, what usually happens is an accident. Misfortune, unfortunate incidents happen, right? Things that you didn't plan and things go out of proportion, right? And so that's what happens when you're not open to Uranian energies. Okay. So spirits is saying for the Uranus in Taurus, what Uranus going direct in Taurus is revealing to you is for you to learn how to become flexible. When overwhelming forces are too much, don't try to stay rigid and say, no, I'm going to maintain and defend my position by all means necessary. You break. Let me just tell you, break like this. Because that breakage is needed to happen for you to like, okay, I fucked up. Okay, how can I correct and go back to the basics? That's why the breakage will happen. So that's what I mean by accidents, right? So spirit is saying when those things happen, learn when to bend. Learn when to be flexible. Don't stay, I must do it. It must be my way or the highway. No, right? So spirit is saying learn how to be flexible. Learn how to sway with the wind. Because the truth is none of us can really do anything by ourselves. And when you now flow in alignment with life, life just becomes sweet. Like you won't need to stress. Things will just be like flowing, flowing. Can you like look at this card? Can you see the way the trees, the way the leaves are just almost like that in a dance with life? Spirit needs you to become that moldable because sometimes it can be quite stiff. And but you remember you're a mutable sign. You're actually made up of change. Like your your elements is fine, your elements is earth, but the quality of your energy is mutability. Like you are born to be flexible. That's why you're really able to create plans, organize stuff, because you are able to like work your way around concepts. So spirit is saying you now need to integrate that. I know you use that a lot in your professional life, like your career, your stuff, and your asset management and resource gathering. But now you now need to personalize it, right? Personalize it to a point of your emotional, your psychological growth. So spirit is saying learn to be flexible. That's what Uranus in Taurus is really, really showing you. That's what Uranus in Taurus is going to be revealing to you. Moments in which you think you have to maintain your weight. Think about, is there any other perspective I could be considering that I could possibly entertain? Let me even try it. Spirit is saying you need to learn to dance with life. You're not the one who dictates the tunes. The tunes are playing nonetheless. And the tunes are playing, you're on the dance floor. But you're saying, oh, you're going to dance. You're going to dance uh, maybe very slow. uh, and the beat is like boom 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 boom. And you're just like this of it's like boom boom boom. And then when the beat is slow, when you should be waltzing, you're like, ah, I want to dance fast. I was like, why are you so out of sync? Right? Why are you so out of sync? I guess to learn when to be flexible, entertain flexibility, embrace changing your mind about a lot of things, embrace changing your mind on a personal note. Don't keep saying, oh, this is the way I've always been, so I cannot change, or I'm so old for change. Okay? And your final message, you don't need someone else to fix you. You can damn well do the job by yourself. Okay? You don't need someone else to fix you. Do the job by yourself. Okay? which is what I said about your contracts. Before you go signing this contract and really sealing the deal with your lover, make sure that you're not approaching from a place of, yes, we all need help, but make sure you're not approaching from a codependent space. Make sure that you've really, really delved deep into yourself, like understood yourself on a deeper level. You know who you are, like really, 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 really go deep, and you know who you are. So you're coming to your partner as a whole. None of us is like 100% whole. We all go through changes. We all grow every day. But there's a difference between using your partner as a crutch and going through your own like spiritual journey, going through your own developmental journey. Okay. So that's a message, Virgo. That's a message, Virgo. Trust, resilience. Okay. Okay. All right, babies. Catch you in Pisces season. I did the new. So what I do is I usually like to do new moon readings, especially full moons. Sometimes I do full moon readings, sometimes I don't. But new moon readings, I try to do that as much as possible. Once spirit gives me like go ahead, I do go ahead. And what happens is if you look at your new moon readings, watch them, take note of what applies to you, then take the lessons, take the learnings. By the time you come to the full moon for that sign, you're able to see how it's all played out, right? So if you're in alignment, if you're not in alignment, if you're out of alignment, if you're misaligned, the full moon helps to reveal and illuminate what you could have done differently. Okay, which is why I love doing your moon readings. Okay, all right, thank you so much for watching this video. Oops, it's almost 30 minutes. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. All right, but when spirits got the word, I just have to say, okay. So thank you so much for watching this video. If resonated with you, please like, leave a comment. That would be nice. Okay, that would be nice. um Share this video with someone else, with also another Virgo, and also watch your readings for your sun, your moon, and especially your rising sign. And if you have like a lot of planets in a sign, make sure you watch the message. Okay, and if you're led to, please subscribe. And if you're looking to work with me, okay, this video is currently being recorded during Aquarius season. I don't take new consultations or new bookings during Aquarius season. I only do collective messages. But if you are led to work with me, my calendar will reopen for Pisces season when I open up spots for the year ahead guidance. Okay, I do my new year starting in Aries season. Okay, all right, very good. It was beautiful being able to channel. I'm grateful to be able to channel this message for you. All right, gotta go now.